Welcome to Miata Trophy, Oulton Park. This is race one. We're on board with James Cousins, brought to you by Miata Motorsport. It is red lights out and we're array racing. James Cousins on pole with a blistering qualifying time of 1:59.390. And as they come now into turn one, it's James on the inside line, as is his right. Qualifying in P1, Aidan Hills right there with James Cousins, of course, then heading down the hill as he heads into the tricky Cascades. Important here that he ensures that he has maximum exit speed with Aidan Hills all over his back bumper. Down the lakeside straight as they approach the all-important Island Bend. This is a fast left-hander, a slight touch on the brakes, or if you're brave, it's just a lift. Hit the banked hairpin Shell oil. Is down to second here. It's full power as he approaches the small straight before heading into the Fulston chicane. What you'll see here is him taking a lot of curb. It's the fastest way through this chicane with three pieces. They're going to hit all three curbs. They can make up 1.5 seconds if they get this right. It's Cousins heading over the hilltop here. This is a fast exit. You're touching fourth gear on the way down, but what it is this? We see Aidan Hills coming in on the inside line. He's got him under brakes into the second chicane. Knickerbrook. That's into P2 for James Cousins inside the first lap. But look, he's now going to try and replay the favour as they head up Clay Hill. He doesn't seem to be too bothered about it. You can see him waving at his mate, Aidan Hills there. They're approaching the very quick corner Druids, which sorts out the men from the boys. You'll watch his line through here as they cut the double apex, the first apex of that, then the second, approaching this short straight before they head to the last corner on the circuit lodge. Oh, it's James Cousins having a look on the outside here. Can he have a better exit? No, he's gone a little wide there. He's lost a bit of ground, but James Cousins, being who he is, I'm sure he'll make that up. They head down the pit straight for lap one being completed and straight down into turn one. It's a late break, hitting this with maximum pace. Very clean lines there by Cousins as once again he heads down the hill into Cascades, over the rise, on the brakes, carry as much speed as you can before hitting that mid-turn apex, looking to close down Aidan Hills, who looks like he's pulled out a little gap there, probably about 1.5 seconds. But James Cousins, very experienced GT racer, he's been racing MX-5s for a long time. Him and Aidan Hills are probably the most experienced racers on the grid, and they're incredible competitors. We saw that last time at Donington where they had a fantastic battle in the wet, and James Cousins was able to come away with P1 there. So he'll be looking to emulate that as they head through the first chicane again. Oh, I see that Hills is just kicking up a bit of dirt. He's got a fantastic line as he heads his way through there, and once again down the hill into the second chicane. Watch the line here. It's the inside line. There's nobody in behind James Cousins and Hills. They look like they've got it all on their own. Oh, a lot of curb there from James Cousins. He's hit the sausage curb. That doesn't seem to have unsettled the car much. He aims for that last barrier there and then relies on the rotation of the car to take him around it as they head up the hill, aiming for that big tree you can see in the distance before once again heading into Druids. It's a light touch on the brake, hit that first apex, and then you're back on the gas as he looks to try and close this gap with Aidan Hills as they are now approaching the end of lap 2. So once more down into Lodge. What is the line like? You went wide last time. No, a beautiful apex cut there. That would have made some time up. He's drifted just a little bit wide, and a perfect line from Cousins as he looks to come down the pit straight again. I'd be very interested to see that lap time. I would say that would be very quick, maybe close to his qualifying time of 1:59, certainly in the low 2s. Look at that line there and that pace that he's able to carry through turn one. These are the things that differentiate a top pro racer from somebody who is less experienced. Down at the Cascades again, it's maximum power as they start to hit the exit here. Oh, Aidan Hills in front of him, running a little wide. Be interesting to see what the marshals have to say about that. There are very strict on the track limits here. We've had problems in testing, I believe, with all of the drivers. And here they are, down to third, down to second, into the Shell hairpin. Oh, he looks like he's closed some gaps up now, James Cousins. Maybe a little slow on the brakes there, Hills. They're coming down the short straight once again into the chicane. Let's just see what happens here. They're going to take a lot of curb, light touch, carry a lot of speed on the way through. Gosh, was that two wheels or all four off the ground? Hard to say, but boy, that is quick. Up and over the hill again and down into the second chicane. James Cousins looking to emulate P1 as he did at Donington in the last round. And of course, Cousins sitting second in the championship. He'd love to get one over his mate Aidan Hills here if he possibly can. Oh, Hills has gone a little wide there, getting a little snaky on the exit, perhaps a little bit heavy on the power. James Cousins, that's a mistake. Can he capitalise on it? He's closed the gap up now. Let's see what he does. He's having a look down the inside at Druids. Shut the gate to Hills. But he's right there, Cousins, showing all the benefits of his experience and racecraft. Once more, down into Lodge, it's on the brakes. What does the line look like now? Hills really looking to defend this corner. Oh, look, that is a fantastic line from him. The gap has closed, though, as they come through to the end of lap 3. Yes, that is getting defensive again from Hills, but here we go. He's having a look around the outside. Can he take him? At turn 1, he is definitely having a look there, putting all the pressure that he can on Aidan Hills, making him know that he is absolutely in a race. Knowing Aidan Hills, he'll be absolutely loving that. He loves a good scrap. Cutting the apex there. This is prime time, grassroots level. If you think about this in football terms, you've got Premier League footballers racing down in League One. You're seeing all of the quality, all of the experience, all of the talent of these wonderful drivers. Once more, down into Shell. A late break there from Hills. Heavy on the power, a little twitchy getting out of Shell hairpin, down the straight. You'll see a very late break, and then they're going to take this maximum curb again. How many wheels is it this time? Oh, just the 2. Then around and down this undulating circuit, so over hilltop. He seems to be quite quick out of the chicanes, Hills. If you look at it from the James Cousins perspective, he seems to be losing a little bit of pace, just coming out out of the first chicane. But here we are, still within, I would say, a second. Very clean lines there. Hills not making the same mistake that he did last time, which is just a sign of his quality and his class. I can't see anybody in the rear vision mirror. It looks like these guys have got P1 and P2 sewn up, but we're early in the race. We're coming up on the end of lap 4. Anything can happen in racing. You never know what is around the next corner. Perhaps there's a safety car. Perhaps there is a incident, and things can change in a heartbeat. So here we are, coming down the end of the pit straight, or coming through the pit straight, I should say. Once more, Hills occupying the middle of the track, as he does, to defend. Oh, he's gone left. What's James going to do? He had a look there, but I think he probably left it a little bit late. He thought, well, I could do it, but he wasn't quite close enough. So here they go again, full power down the hill into Cascades. Lovely line there. You can see the 2 different lines from the 2 different races, both very, very quick. Down the Lakeside Straight and into this wonderful, wonderful fast left-hander. You can see there just a little touch on the brake from Hills, and then it's heavy on the brakes once more down into the Shell hairpin. And again, you can see that Cousins is closing the gap on Hills at the Shell hairpin. There may be some braking issues there, or perhaps there's just different braking points. Once again, through the chicane. Oh, those marker pegs really take a hammering, don't they? I think James Cousins really loves them, but it's a hard-pushed thing to say who loves them more, whether it's Aidan Hills or James Cousins. You certainly look at their cars in the paddock afterwards, and they bear all the scars of going around this track probably 10 times in a 20-minute race and hitting that marker pole and others as they navigate their way around. Once more, up Clay Hill. It's a cut to the left here, under the bridge, through, aim for the tree, no braking, you're flat here, a light brake, hit the first apex, maximum speed down this small straight. Oh, and once again, Hills goes a little wide. He's pushing his Hills. He knows that he's got Cousins right behind him. It's a great battle here, an epic battle for the ages, just showing the quality of Miata Trophy racing and the quality of the racers that are involved. And once more, down the pit straight. I think we're now at race 5. We're halfway. Sorry, lap 5. We're halfway. Can Cousins find a way through past Aidan Hills? That is no easy feat. But if there's anybody who could do it, it could be Cousins. He has so much racecraft, so much experience, and frankly, so much self-belief. And that's a brilliant thing in a racer. You need to be positive. You need to be absolutely relaxed, as you can see there. Him waving at Aidan Hills saying, hey, I'm here. I hope you can see me in rear view mirror. Perhaps a little bit of distraction theory going on there. And you can see that he is trying everything. It's left and it's right. He's looking for opportunities because he knows he probably has those opportunities in and around the shell hairpin. But let's see what happens at the chicane. You recall last time that Hills seemed to be very quick coming up the hill. Oh, that's a lot of curb. Wow, Hills really launched that, didn't he? Well, that hasn't been replicated, has it? So Cousins now has not lost any ground coming into the second chicane. Is he going to have a look? No, he's going to be cautious. He's just going to keep the pressure on, and I think look for another opportunity. Perhaps you'll see that Hills can get wide and get snaky, and you'll see that Cousins can take advantage of that at some stage in the future. We're halfway through. We've still got plenty of time left for Cousins to make a move. Sometimes it's just about the pressure that you need to apply, sitting there patiently, waiting. Just take a look at the way that James Cousins races this. He's an incredibly relaxed racer. You can see the light touch that he has on the wheel. Everything looks like he's just out for a Sunday drive, except the fact that they're doing 95 miles an hour. They're generating G-forces of 2 Gs in some of these corners. And yet, James Cousins looks like he's off to get some bread from the shops. He just looks so relaxed, and I think that is a defining factor for him. Look at that. He's probably doing 90 miles an hour as he goes through turn 1 yet again. That's the end of lap 6. All over Hills. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Oh, he's going to get some toe now down the straight, is he? He looks like he's going to be in behind in that wonderful air that might give him an opportunity that he has to pull out from the toe. No, he's gone early, pulled out of the toe. He was going to have a look down the inside there. I wonder if he thought that he might have enough to get past Hills. Heavy on the brakes. Is there an opportunity here? Back on the power. And back down this small straight. Let's see how we go at the chicane once again. Heading into lap 7. Oh, a lovely straight line there by Cousins and by Hills. You can see here just the advantage of hitting these curbs and straightening these chicanes out as much as possible. Once again, Hills looks like he has pulled out some distance coming out of the first chicane, the Fulston chicane. But very quick through here. These are lovely lines. If you're looking for a lesson on how to approach taking a chicane, then, ladies and gentlemen, that is it right there. You can see the benefit of using the car to rotate to make that work for you so that you can be quicker all the way through every turn and you exit with maximum speed. Really important as you head up Clay Hill, because that is a critical piece where people can look to pass sometimes if you haven't got your exit speed right. And once more down into Lodge. Here we go. This is going to be the end of lap 7. Beautiful lines there once again by Cousins. Look at that. Absolutely superb as they come through to finish lap 7. Down the pit wall, once again, Hills looking like he's occupying the middle of the track. No, he feels pretty safe, so he's gone left here. Cut, oh, beautiful line again. Boy, this is a great battle, isn't it, for P1 and P2. This could go either way, but you have to say that Aidan Hills has got so much experience and has, I think, now won something like 54 MX5 races. So this is a situation that will be not uncommon to him. He's used to having people in his rear view mirror, and I'd say that once again, knowing the man, he's probably quite enjoying the battle and the pressure that he's getting from James Couzens. But James Couzens certainly has all of the ability in the world to be able to sniff an opportunity, and perhaps that was one just there, but you saw that Hills really got the power down and started to snake the car a little bit as he started to apply the power. Perhaps that's an opportunity. Let's wait and see. It's through the first chicane, the Fulton chicane again, hitting all of the curbs. Now as Hills gone defensive here, it looks like he's going to the right side of the track. No, he's not that worried about Couzens at this stage, because perhaps Couzens just isn't that quick. Maybe Hills knows that he can gas away from him coming out of that first chicane. Through the Knickerbock chicane. Oh, beautiful line there. Look, aiming straight at the bollard and then rotating the car around it. Maximum power in third here before you hit fourth, so you're doing 7,500 revs in every gear in these wonderful little MX5 2-litre double overhead cam engines. That's where maximum power is, around 7,300, 7,500 revs, and they will be hitting that at every gear change. Down the short straight. Here we head into Lodge. Is this an opportunity? Can we see James Couzens' exit speed start to work really well and allow him an opportunity to find his way past Aidan Hills through the pit lane again? That is completing lap 8. Will Aidan Hills make a mistake? He's looking very clean, as he always does, but James Couzens is right there, incredibly well positioned as they head down the hill and into Cascades once again. Can Couzens get a tow? Will we see him be able to do something as they head into the very fast left-hand island? You'd be a brave man to go around the outside there, but it has been done before. I'm not sure that it's been done to Aidan Hills though, so I think it's going to come down as we head into these last two laps to whether a mistake is made. Perhaps there's going to be an event somewhere. Oh, a little bit snaky there from Hills once again. He seems to really be getting the power down as he enters, or as he exits the shell hairpin. Less curb that time, but still very straight, although a little bit loose. He seemed to get his line just a little bit off there, Hills. Couzens may well be able to benefit from that. And once more, let's have a look at these lines as we come through the Knickerbock chicane. That's a lot of curb from Couzens. Wow, these cars can absolutely take some punishment. This is the second to last lap, of course. Couzens will be conscious of that. They're going to be coming up and seeing the last lap board. Although there's so much going on the pit wall, even for these experienced racers, that sometimes you're looking for your team lap board, you're looking for the marshals to tell you it's the last lap, you're braking, you're getting into position as well. There's a lot going on in a short space of track as you're down the pit straight. Once more through Lodge, very clean. Oh, you see there that Aidan Hills, he loves movement in the car. Once again, a little wave there from James Couzens, just acknowledging the fact that Hills was a little snaky perhaps on the exit. Oh, can you have a look at him here? It's down the inside. No, he has just ran out of road just a little bit there. Once again, a little wave saying, hey, listen, I wasn't going to do that. I did pull out because that would have been pretty rude to do to a teammate. I think that's probably what was going through James Couzens' mind. Here he is now, a little bit of oppo lock there. Down the straight once more. Now, Hills, is he looking to break the toe? You see him go a little bit left there. Oh, it's Couzens as he comes through Ireland. Oh, we can see here he is right on the edge of control. You can see that the grip there was letting him go, but he was completely comfortable with the movement. The car's probably doing 95 to 98 miles an hour as he looks to close this gap, to give himself a chance in what is now the last lap as we start to close in on the 20-minute mark, which will define the end of the race in the Miata Trophy at Oulton Park. Once more, the last time, down through the Knickerbock second chicane. A lot of curb. Once again, close the gap. Let's see if he can find an opportunity. Gets ready, up Clay Hill. Is there an opportunity at Druids? That's probably the best chance, unless Lodge offers an opportunity. Hard to say that he will screw something up on the last corner hills, but oh, there you go, he was having a look. The door was just momentarily open, wasn't it? But very wily campaigner as hills, probably just teasing Cousins a little bit, thinking, hey, listen, there's an opportunity for you. Very clean, both of them through here, even though there's nobody in the rearview mirror challenging them for P1 and P2. They're going to cross the line, and it's going to be P1 for Aidan Hills and P2 for James Cousins. Oh, well, a little brake check there from Aidan Hills, just to say, hey, buddy, how's your reactions after a 20-minute race? What a battle brought to you from Oulton Park by Miata Motorsport. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed that as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. If you'd like to see more of this, please do hit subscribe. From us here, Race 1 at Oulton Park, it's over and out.